everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be drawing Stella from Winx Club. This character is from a cartoon called Winx Club. Winx Club is about 6 girls. So there's Stella, Bloom, Flora, Musa, and Tekna. They protect the universe from this character called Lord Darkar. I think that's how you say it. And 3 witches called Icy, Darcy, and Stormy. I really like how their name kind of like go together. I think it's cute, like Icy, Darcy, Stormy. And then when they just say that, I don't even know, it's like it's a cool way of naming your characters. I thought it was interesting. So yeah, they protect the universe from these evil forces. This series pretty much is what got me into drawing. Every Saturday I would wake up early in the morning before my brothers got up to the TV to watch the newest episodes, and one day I just picked up a pen and a pencil and I started drawing, and thus the journey began, and that's where I'm at. That's what brought me here. I'm not really sure which character I drew first, but I'm guessing it was Stella since she was my favorite and she was also the first fairy we saw in the episode. So that is why I want to start out this series with her. I'm planning on drawing all 6 of the girls, and I hope you guys enjoy the way I draw them in my style. So here I'm just sketching her out. When I was sketching out her figure, it really got me thinking about my style. I've always focused on drawing faces, never really paying much attention to the way I draw my characters' bodies, and this really got me thinking. I guess I kind of have a way of drawing the bodies, but it's not something you would like notice. Like if you look at a picture of the way I draw a face, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's my style. But then if you look at the body, you won't really know that's my style, if that makes sense. But yeah, it just really got me thinking about that. Okay, so the tools I'm going to be using in this illustration are mostly the French Sennelier watercolors and my good old Copic markers. I'm also going to be using some Prismacolor pencils to add in some color to her skin. But of course, I'm starting off with the watercolor. I still don't know much about watercolors, so this is a bit tricky, especially trying to mix the colors and not trying to make the paper so wet with water. That was one of like my biggest mistakes when I was coloring this. There was just way too much water on the paper, and it was probably the water brush that was squeezing out way too much water. And next time I'm probably gonna try and do it with a regular brush just to see if the problem is the pen or if it's with me. And because there was so much water on the paper, my patience was like running out. It wasn't drying fast enough. I had to do a layer, walk away from it so it can like dry, come back, add another layer, wait again. It was a bit annoying. I'm probably gonna try and buy a small dryer to speed up this process just a little bit. I've seen other artists use them, so I'm gonna try out that method and see how it works for me. One more thing that I don't like about the drawing is the way I drew the wings. Like the other wing looks really ugly. I could have spent more time on that to make it look better, but it was already inked and I couldn't change it again, so it stayed like that. But besides that, I think the drawing came out okay, I guess. Let's see, I guess I could talk about the character for those of you who don't know who she is or like haven't watched the cartoon. This is the crown princess and guardian of Sennelier. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, she is the princess and she loves shopping. She's a pretty strong character, even though they make her out to be like a girly girl. I think she puts up a pretty good fight. Oh, and she has the power to control light. Moonlight, sunlight, any kind of light. I don't know. Looking at the drawing at this moment, I wish I would have added more movement in her hair. Make it look like it's blowing in the wind, but the way it looks right now, it just looks like it's just there. And I wish I would have done something more with that. I'll just have to keep that in mind when I'm drawing the next girl. And I also made her skin way lighter than it should be. Like, she looks so pale in my drawing. Oh, and I also made some parts of her outfit way darker than they should be. But I guess that's just me trying to figure out how to use the watercolor. I honestly really need to do some research on watercolor. I'm pretty much just teaching myself at this moment as I go. I do watch other YouTube videos and see how other people are like using their watercolor, but I don't really make an effort to study their techniques, but I think I need to do that soon. Maybe I'll share what I learned. So when I put the first layer of color on her hair, I wanted to go back in with another layer when that dried to like darken it, but I didn't want to wait for that layer to dry before I used my Copic markers. So after the first layer, I just went in with my Copics because I was being impatient. I don't really regret it, but I do wonder how it would have looked like if I used the watercolor to shade it. This was the moment when I realized that the skin was a bit too pale, but it was too late to like darken it, so I just went in with some Prismacolor pencils to add some color into her skin, and I think that kind of helped. And I also took the Copic markers to lighten up her outfit since it got really dark when I used the watercolor, and that helped a bit to lighten it up or make it a lot brighter, because the watercolor, I guess the color I used was a bit too muted, a bit too dark, but when I put the Copic marker on top, it brightened that color up. You guys have probably not watched Winx Club yet, but if you have, let me know. Like, I really want to know who has seen Winx Club, and let me know who's your favorite character. I hope you guys like how this turned out. Let me know who I should draw next. Well, that is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!